So I actually was in the park again, obviously, and I saw the baby pukeko again, and I also saw two galahs, which I was going to film them prior to filming this bird, but it wound up not working out. I decided to film the baby first, and I've left the soundtrack sort of playing in the background so you can hear the noises of the birds and stuff because I think it sounds better. Um, I just find this baby so cute, and I know it's the same kind of content, but it's a little bit longer than the last video, which was slowed down, and I had to actually block the noise, the sound out of the last video. I just have to apologize because there are parts of this video that are a little bit shaky. I think, sitting on the ground when I filmed this. However, yeah, I had to sort of offer some kind of food to keep the birds interested. So um, that's sort of, otherwise they probably would have run off in the other direction if I hadn't done that. So um, this little baby seems to be doing well. He looks a lot, he or she, I don't know what the gender of them is because it's pretty hard to tell when they're that young. Um, that looks pretty much the same stage as the birds were when I first started filming them in the other location, possibly slightly younger. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I pretty much am starting again. I'm still monitoring the progress of the teenage pukekos, but their development has slowed down. I did check on them, but I don't want to be posting multiple videos of those birds unless I see some changes. I've noticed they're at different stages of their development now, so some of them, the beaks are more orange and some of them they're more rust brown, but I'll talk about that in my next video. Hopefully I'll see a little bit more change, but otherwise it just sort of looks like I'm filming the same thing if I just only have a gap of a couple days. So I'm giving it probably until the end of the week, but this bird is so cute, and I love when they're at this stage with their little, chicken wings with no feathers. It's just so cute, and they just look so helpless and tiny, and they're all fluffy and cute, and I don't know. There's just something about little baby chicks that is cute, and here you can see these two adults feeding each other. What I find really interesting about the pukekos, and one of the things I like about them most, is that they feed their babies in groups. This probably isn't the best example of that because it looks like it's the two mates, the mother and the father and the baby, but normally they form a communal group and they all share the responsibility. I think I may have mentioned that before, but I just find it interesting how they're sort of all responsible for taking care of each other. They sort of feed each other, and even the adults seem to sort of feed each other from time to time. So I think what they're doing here is they're sort of chewing the food up and passing it along to the baby. So that's what they're doing to make it easier for the baby to eat. And they do that when the chicks are quite young, but then as they get older and more independent, they still feed the younger. Like I've noticed with the teenagers, the parents will still feed them, but they also feed themselves as well, and their parents encourage them to be more independent. So yeah, this chick basically got a bit bored and decided to walk away, and that's when I decided to end the film. So I hope you enjoyed that.